All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody at home. Everybody here at the Bowen. We got I think about 15 people here. Considering the weather, we think that's really good. So I hope everybody survived the storm last night. I know a couple of our members had damage, right, Lisa? But uh, but we're all here, so we're gonna have the online part of the meeting is actually going to be pretty short because Bobby Campbell's going to be doing a demonstration on light painting. And so hopefully the people who are here all brought their cameras so we can participate. So we're going to do things a little bit out of order tonight. So we're going to talk club business first, then we'll talk about events. Then we're going to do our photo challenge. And then Bobby's going to talk for a couple minutes to kind of show the tools for light painting. And then we'll say goodbye to the people at home, and people here are going to light paint. So as usual, we have paid membership and unpaid membership. If you would like to become a paid member, you get extra benefits, and plus all the money that we bring in goes to support the club. It pays for the equipment, it pays for the Bowen, it pays for trips and events and whatever. So we really would appreciate it if you could support us and want to become a paid member. We've got some big news. We've been talking about the incorporating this year. Dick has some new information, some exciting information. So we're going to let Dick talk.
Gee, thanks. So two things. One is, in order to incorporate, you got to have a business address. So we now have a mailbox over at the UPS store in Dawsonville. And I have the key. The second thing is that we have employed a legal firm at a reasonable price, and they have submitted our information to the Secretary of State's office. So we should get back our articles of incorporation approved sometime next week with any luck. Without any luck, it'll be the week after that. And after that, there are some minor things like getting a tax ID number and opening a business bank account, but then we'll be good to go. So I'm overjoyed to get this over with.
So we are almost there. So hopefully it'll be ready for the next meeting.
Yeah, so if you care about the details, I am the incorporator. Mike is the president. I'm the treasurer. Star is the secretary. Those are the only names that show up on the Secretary of State stuff. And I am the registered agent. So my home address shows up on there, but such is life. We can change that. That's it.
All right. Yeah, we can make all the corporation papers or whatever viewable if you want to see them. They're not that exciting, but the getting it done is exciting.
Yes.
All right. I don't think Timmy is online. So with workshops, we just finished the workshop with Chris Greer for the Milky Way over at the Iron Horse. We had 10 people at that event. It was really, really good. We had great skies, and Chris did a good job helping everybody out. He made sure he worked with everybody there, and he did a little demonstration on how to edit the Milky Way in Lightroom. And because I didn't bring a notebook to take notes, I recorded it on my phone. And then Chris said, yeah, you can share that with the group. So I've posted that on our Facebook page, and it's on our YouTube page if you want to see it. It's about a 15-minute video, very interesting. And I used it to edit my pictures of the Milky Way that I posted. Field trips. We have a few. One other thing about workshops. We're working on our annual critique workshop that we do online. We don't have a date yet. We don't have judges to do the critique, but we're working on that. So if you're interested in being a judge for the critique, and by a judge, it just means kind of advising the, giving your opinion of the pictures, what the member could have done better, how they can improve, that kind of thing, constructive criticism. So you're not really judging, but if that's something you're interested in, get in touch with me or Timmy. Now we can talk about field trips, and we've got some listed here. And Rick has more than this, I believe. So everybody, Rick Olson.
Yay. And by the way, what Dick just kind of blew right through, just so you know, he's been working his butt off on this thing. It's been a huge deal to get through this incorporation. We appreciate what you've done for the club. Field trip wise, you can see on the screen already, we do have the Milky Way coming up real soon, August 11th. That's a Friday night. And the idea of doing a Friday night is if it fails, maybe we can go Saturday night. So if we wind up with a cloudy sky or whatever, we may cancel. We will notify people to the best of our ability by about 3 or 4 o'clock Friday if it's going to be a no go. If it fails over to Saturday, I won't be the guy. It'll be Umit Yüksel. Some of you know who Umit is. You may have met him, my Turkish friend from Cobb Photographic Society, but he'll be our host if it goes to Saturday night. Otherwise, I'll be there. Some things to think about for the Milky Way shoot. If you haven't done one before, first of all, it's a lot of fun, and this is a really cool place to do it from, Dodd Creek Vista, where you have a really nice view over an expansive valley. Bring a wide lens, a tripod, a remote shutter release, or at least know how to set the timer in your camera. That'll work too. Bring a red flashlight. You don't want to be blinding people or blinding yourself and losing your night
I'm going
vision.
to interrupt Rick real quick here because this is something I learned Chris Greer thing. There is actually an app you can get on your phone. I believe it's called the Red Light app. I downloaded it while I was there. And so if you don't have a red flashlight, you can use that to have a red light.
Good thought. Bring bug spray, a beverage, a snack, and probably a lawn chair because you wind up doing a fair bit of sitting, especially if you set your camera up to do some automatic stuff. Okay. Most of us have been through this, done it a number of times. So there will be some folks there who don't really know what they're doing. I'll make sure when we get started that anybody who's unsure how to set their camera up or whatever, we'll talk about it. And if we get there at 8 o'clock, we'll still have some time to do that. We'll still have some daylight to set things up and do some pre-focusing. One last comment, bring batteries. If you have spare batteries for your camera, bring those. Because for the most part, when you're doing Milky Way, you're probably going to be using live view mode, and that really eats your batteries up with that screen on the back of the camera lit up. Okay, so that's Milky Way. Saturday, September 9th is Gibbs Gardens. This is also, all of these events, by the way, are sponsored by both CPS, Cobb Photographic Society, and North Georgia. Okay, so they're joint club events. Saturday, September 9th, that'll be Gibbs Gardens. Judy Gormley from CPS will be our host for that one. We're going to meet at 9 o'clock and gather in the sort of dining area once you get past the main building when you enter. Saturday, the 28th, will be the official Fall Colors trip and waterfalls. It's been a couple years since we've done these three, so I'm leaning toward doing Dix Creek, DeSoto Falls, probably just the lower falls, and then Helton Creek Falls, and maybe Vogel as well. And I think if the colors are really strong, we're going to want to add Vogel just because it's cool to have the colors reflecting off little Lake Trilata there. November will be Old Car City. I don't have a date for that yet, but we'll be doing an Old Car City. And then in December, we've got we'll do a Christmas lights kind of trip. You know, historically, I've done Atlanta Botanical Gardens, but it's crazy expensive. And there are other options that are not as expensive and that might be a little closer to the North Georgia group. So I'm thinking about shopping around for options for that. Don't know. That's the kind of stuff I need to look into, but we'll have time to figure that out. One last thing, and this is going to go into next year. We have done in our club here a couple of what we call mini shootouts when the NG3C started to fail to put together an actual proper annual shootout. It doesn't look like they're going to have one of those anytime soon. Probably the earliest they would have them would be the second half of next year. And we've waited long enough. So we don't have time to fit one in this year, but we're going to do a mini shootout either Q1 or Q2 of next year. And it'll again be 2 clubs, and we're going to do it a little bit different than in the past. We'll have a competition between the clubs and of course the competition at the member level. And there'll be prizes at the member level. So we talked about prizes a little bit. We were thinking about possibly a 308 GTS or something like that for the winner, or possibly, you know, a Lamborghini, whatever we can afford. And
Over
then,
$50.
and then for the winning,
B&H gift card.
for the winning club, we want to keep the budget under control. So maybe just a Gulfstream 4 instead of a Gulfstream 5 private jet. But we're going to figure out the prizes later.
Actually, twice a year.
But what we are going to do is have a shootout with at least two clubs. So we'll have a little bit more of the competitive flavor of what used to be done with the NG3C. And knowing a couple of people who are part of NG3C, I'm just not sure what the future is going to hold. Right now, it's not looking real promising. So we may as well just go ahead and plan our own thing. Okay.
Watch for details on
Watch for details on that. That'll be early next year. And that's it.
that. And one other thing I have on here, and of course, CPS members are welcome to join us, is the Dragon Con Parade on September 2nd. Some years we get a lot of members to go. Last year was just burying me there. But we'll give you more details on it next month, where to meet. We know where to shoot to get the best shots. We know where to go now for street photography. I spent about 3 hours maybe after the parade doing street photography. Got lots of great shots at this one place. So it's lots of fun. If you've never gone, you should go. It doesn't matter if you don't know who the characters are. You're taking pictures of people in cool costumes. So it's a lot of fun. A couple other things that we're going to try to figure out, but we don't have dates for. We're hoping we can do a club picnic, possibly on October 1st. That would be the same weekend we had it last year. We just don't have anybody to plan it right now. So if we can find someone to plan it, we'll do that. And then, of course, we're going to have our Christmas party in December, probably either December 9th or 16th, mainly because I have a wedding to go to on December 2nd. So, and I want to go to the Christmas party. But watch for those details. I haven't spoken to the people who hosted last year's yet, so I don't know if they want to host again this year. No pressure. But if not, you know, we'll find someplace. And that's about it. I'm going to turn it over to Lisa to do our photo challenge. So give me just a second here. All right, Lisa, you should be able to share your screen. It looks like it's working.
Good.
How's it look on the monitor?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you hear me as well?
Yeah.
What?
All right. All right. So our theme for July is backlight. And if I remember correctly, I think we have 12 images tonight. Our photo challenge, if you're new to the club, it's 1 image per person. And you must be a member to enter our monthly challenge. The image must be less than 2 years old and a single image file. We don't allow composites in this challenge. And then we give out points for the top 5 finishers each month. And we accumulate those points throughout the year. And at the end of the year, we award the winning photographer with the Photographer of the Year trophy and a couple of prizes to go along with that. So when we go through the images tonight, keep in mind that the theme is backlight when you look at all of the images, and vote for your favorite 3 images, first, second, and third place. Try not to vote for the same image more than once. And then at the end of the voting, those of you online will email your votes to me at vote@ngaphoto.club. And for those of you at the Bowen tonight, Mike will collect and tally your votes. And we'll go ahead and get started. This is photo number 1. And that's showing up on your screen there, correct?
Got it, yes.
Okay. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Going backwards. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now go through these a third time a little bit quicker. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. If you're voting online, please email your votes to vote@ngaphoto.club. And I'm going to stop sharing, Mike, and hand it back to you.
And for those here in the room who've been to some of our other meetings, did you like the monitor better than the screen? Okay, I'm taking that as a yes. I liked it better. All right.
If you like the monitor better than the screen, something's done wrong here. Forward. Rolled out. Oh,
Yeah, we got a direct internet connection tonight. It seems to be working. We're not done yet, but it seems to be working. Okay.
Everybody voted in these ones?
All right, like I said, we're going out of order, so our next meeting is August 18th here, 7 p.m. at the Bowen. Our presentation is going to be our own Patrick Olmsted on nature photography. Is that right, Patrick? Okay, he says it's going to be on nature photography. He reserves the right to change his mind, but that's what he told us a couple months ago. And our photo challenge theme is going to be circle round. So that is for next month. And so Bobby's gonna go and tell us a little bit about painting with light and go over some of the tools for that. And then we'll say goodbye to the folks at home, and those of us here are going to play with light.
Got mine on, but I'm gonna cut this because you're in silhouette.
All right. Backlit.
Backlit.
That's right.
See you for the night, right? There you go. Now we can see.
So if you,
Mr.
so if
Light.
you want to sit here or whatever.
Sure. See, now you can see me.
Mhm.
Hi. These guys are all gonna see this and we're gonna get to play with it later. But what we're doing tonight is painting with light, and I've got some new fun tools. I got my lightsaber here. Get it online here. Cool. So you guys at home, you're missing out. We're gonna have a lot of fun. This is just one of the tools I brought tonight. So we're gonna have a competition between Mike and Dick and see who picks the right color light to play with light. And that's all I got.
Well,
We need to set up and start having some fun. We had enough of a light show last night. I've got a lot of options. I've got all kinds of cool stuff. One of them, I can pull this one out too, is fiber optics. I don't know that you can see that on the screen. Let me get it right. No, it messed things up. They can see it. Everybody see it? Super cool stuff. I'll get you the link to this, but it's a lot of fun. All right, Mike, it's all yours. I'm gonna get over here and take my toys and run off.
All right. So that is it for the people at home. I told you it'd be a short meeting at home, but it'll be longer next month. But I hope everybody had fun, and we look forward to seeing you next month, and watch for some pictures from our light painting tonight. We'll see everybody later.
Have fun.
We will. Miss you, Lisa.